Have a merry, merry Christmas, and today's your special day. If you don't have a merry, hairy Christmas, get out of my way. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to here. Today we're going to talk about how to build chord progressions off of each scale degree in a major scale shape. So basically, as we may know, we could build chords off of each one of our scale degrees in any given major scale. And those set of chords that we built from those notes are all the diatonic chords to that particular key, right? Right, I'm telling you, it is. And so now, if we could build chords off of these scale degrees of these scales on paper in theory, we could also do that in practice on the guitar. These are my knees. And so thinking about building chord progressions through this lens of making them or building them or finding them, even through a major scale shape, just makes playing progressions so much more organized and easier. And if you're confused about what I'm even talking about, don't worry, we're gonna go through it, okay? We're gonna do it, don't worry. You worry too much. First, we need to pick one of the 5 major scale shapes. Anyone will do. And so we'll pick the E shape major scale for this example. And we'll do this in the key of C major. This is the C note, so we just have to plug in that E shape major scale. And there's our E shape major scale in the C major key. Have a merry, hairy Christmas. And if you don't know how to get a scale into key on the fretboard, I'll link a video in the descriptions for you. And so all the scale degrees within the C major scale are plotted out within this E shape major scale right here. And so all the first degrees represent the C notes, all the second degrees represent the D notes, and so on and so forth till the end of time. And so now let's say we want to play a 1, 2, 4, 5 chord progression. That means we're going to be playing the chords that are built off of the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th scale degrees of our key here, right? So all we have to do to play those chords is find the scale degrees in the major scale shape and then build the chords off of them. Ta-da! So within our scale shape here, we have the 1st degree here. So we could build our 1 chord off of this note here. And since the 1 chord in a major key is a major chord, we need to plug in the major chord shape whose chord identifier is on this 6th string here. And that's either going to be the G shape back here or the E shape. And we'll just play the E shape because it's easier. And just like that, we have our C major chord. Now onto our 2 chord. To build a 2 chord off of the 2 degree, we need to find the 2 degree. And we have one right there, right? And so the 2 chord in a major key is a minor chord. So we have to plug in the minor chord shape whose chord identifier is on this string here. And so we could plug in the E shape minor chord. Wow. So this is our D minor chord. You hear it? You hear it? It's D minor. Next, we want to play a 4 chord. So we have to find a 4th degree within our scale shape here. We find one right there. It's a little shy guy. Right there. And the 4 chord in a major key is a major chord also. So we have to plug in, again, the major chord type shape whose chord identifier is on this string here, and that is going to be the A shape. And just like that, we have F major. Next, we're moving over to our 5 chord, right? We want to play a 5 chord. That means we have to find a 5 degree in our scale shape here, and we have one right here, okay? It's right there. This is a G note. It's a G note. So the 5 chord in a major key is a major chord, right? So again, we have to plug in the major chord type shape whose chord identifier is on this string here. And that again would be the A shape. And so this chord right here is our G major chord. So we play them all together. Look at that. Look at him. That's Jerome Carmlin. That's a man called Jerome Carmlin, courtesy of Sèche d'Artiste. Jerome Carmlin. Jerome Carmlin. And so, ta-da! There's how we built a progression within our major scale shape. And the same works for any other chord progression you would like to play. Any, you know? All you have to do is plug in the appropriate chord shape around the note whose chord you want to play within your scale shape. And so you see how this makes navigating through a chord progression very organized, right? Because you see where all the chords are that you need to play. They're all right there in your scale shape, you know? Please get out of my life. You need to get out of my life. Please get out of my life. And so now the same system works for the other 4 caged major scale shapes. So now let's play that exact same progression in C major, but this time in the A shape major scale instead. So to do that, we have to find a C note along this string here, because that's where the chord identifier is in the A shape. And we found it right here, right? Ta-da. Then we just plug in the A shape major scale. And there it is. Okay, there it is. So we want to build a 1, 2, 4, 5 chord progression in this major scale shape, right? Well, we have our 1st degree here, Simple enough. And the 1 chord is a major chord, right? So we'll plug in the major chord type shape, whose chord identifier is on this string here, and that would be the A shape, right? Ta-da! So great, that's our chord. Next, we want to play our 2 chord, right? So we have to find a 2 degree in this scale here, and we find a 2 degree right there. And 2 degree is a minor chord, right? So we could plug in the minor chord shape, whose chord identifier is on this string here, and that would be the A shape minor chord, which is right here. So spooky. Just like that, we have our 2 chord, G minor chord. So we have our 1 chord, and then our 2 chord. Next, we want to play a 4 chord. Ew, where's the 4 chord? Spooky city. Well, we have it right here, don't we? How interesting. Here's the F note, right? And here's a little trick with all the notes whose chords we want to play that are on this 4th string here, okay? All the notes on this 4th string here are the octaves of the notes up here, 2 frets down. Okay, let me show you. So this note here is an F note, right? And this note up here, 2 frets down, is also an F note. And so that same little pattern is going to apply everywhere on the fretboard. This is an F note, this is an F note, this is an A note, this is an A note, this is a B note, this is a B note, and so on and so forth until the end of time. So when you see a note on this string whose chord you want to play, I like to just wormhole it to its octave up here and then play the chord up here. It just makes it easier, you know? You want to do easier things because this is already hard enough. And so now, we're here on our 4th degree, okay? And the 4 chord is a major chord, so we have to plug in the major chord shape, whose chord identifier is on this string here, and that would be the E shape. You know what I want to do? You know what I've been trying to do? I've been trying to cut my nails so close down into my fingertip that one day I hope that my nails just get trained to not grow ever again. Do you think that'll work? I've been trying. So now we want to play our 5 chord. So we need to find a 5th degree in our scale shape here, right? And we find one right here. And we also have one up here, right? And again, these are the octaves, right? So we could just play our 5 chord on this 5th degree up here. Plug in the E shape major scale again. And there's our G major chord. You see? You see? We got C major, D minor, F major, G major, C major. So you see how, see how it works? So you see how that just makes it so much easier? Because everything's laid out for you. It's really like a blueprint. It's a blueprint. All the chords that you want to play are laid out for you right there in the major scale. So this is why it's important to know exactly where the scale degrees are in your major scale shapes. This way you could just jump around, play any chords you want, you know? And if you don't know what I mean by A-shaped chord or E-shaped chord or all that stuff, don't worry, I'll link a video. I'll link a video where I talk about that. And so that's it, you guys. My foot's asleep. Oh God, my foot's asleep. Oh my God, how embarrassing. I got holes in my slippers. It's getting dark in here. I film really late in the day and it's dark. What do you want me to tell you? It's very dark in here. It's dark, it's quite dark. So we need to wrap it up, okay? Wrapping it up. There's a little button here. So that's it, guys, okay? That is how you put chords from the scale degrees within your major scale shapes, okay? That's how you do it. How you do it. And so if you want to study all these chord shapes, okay, in the cage positions, go to meganchurchmusic.com and grab yourself the 70 Guitars eBook. It's a chord and scale and theory study reference book. And it's got all the chords you're ever going to want to play, all organized in the cage system. Okay? You get the 70 beginner guitar guide. It's got aliens in it. That's all I have to say about that one. It's got aliens in it. And also got a course coming up. It's called the Key to Music Theory World Tour. Okay? In this course, we're going to talk all about keys. All about notes in a key, all about major scales, all about how to build chords off of major scales, all that stuff, okay? I'm done. I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. I want to talk about other things. I want to talk about granola bars. That's all, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for all that you've ever done. Don't forget, cantaloupe. It's pretty good. I like cantaloupe. I like them better than the other one. I like cantaloupe better than banana. I think it's great. I think it's a simple eat, you know? I mean, once you get there, you just pick it up, you just eat it. It's pretty good, you know? Cantaloupe's good. Eat your cantaloupe. Put it in your salads. Put it in your soups. Put it in your shower. Tell us you want a refund on your mortgage, but don't tell it to us afternoon. Noon is when we go to the board room meeting. We do stretches. We do yoga. Okay? We talk about our families, trips to Guatemala. Although we've never been, we talk about it as though we have, because we have nothing else to do.